Hello, hello. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to my stream. I am Paladin Ashe, here to stream for you again. And today we're going to continue on with my New Game Plus playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV on my alt Meryl Fater, Bilgsatson. Which, yeah, again, you can tell based off of the fact that I more or less can say that name without much hesitation that I main rogued in. But let's get into it and suffer through it, it looks like, because I forgot that I left off at this juncture in the story. This lovely, annoying juncture. No, wait, right, wait, you. Right, New Game Plus is... Where is it? There it is. Resume. I always forget that I have to do that each time. Oh, shit. You saw nothing. You saw nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. Yeah! Oh, sorry. So, while I'm doing some minor tech support, y'all hear about Stardew Valley catching flack for its collaboration with Infinity Nikki. Remember, I looked into it a little bit and it's like, why? Oh yeah, okay, more of the same. For those who don't know, Infinity Nikki is a gacha game based off of the Infinity Nikki, IP by Infold, which is basically a dress-up game for, well, Nikki. And it's had a storyline in the past, but, the gacha game had, like, a more robust story. And I played it for quite a bit of time earlier this year. I enjoyed it. But then they patched the game and, like, fucked a bunch of things. Like, a lot of things. We're talking, even ignoring the instability issues, the game, suddenly became more boring, had a more asinine story, and, that was on top of, like, people suddenly remembering, oh wait, this is the gacha game. Like, I fully admit I spent an unsavory amount of money on that game, and, it's probably for the best that I don't really play it anymore. But I also found that the changes they made to the story were asinine. Apologies, it is actually quite warm in here. Okay. Mefred! Williams. I'm Mefred, a proud man of the Alamegan Resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurer? Captain, it's Galleon, sir. His wound's gone and festered and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. God damn it! I asked the villagers for aid. Got on my knees and begged, but they refused to lift a finger. If Galleon dies, his blood is on their hands. These quarry mill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Albreda. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventurer, go to her and try. Albreda. One of Methrid's is in bad shape, you say? I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help. Truly I do. They're my countrymen, after all, but that'd mean going against the elementals well. I've been in Quarry Mill long enough to know how right terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlene, the hamlet's resident hearer. If you take to the matter to her, might be as she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. Yeah, okay, for those who haven't been tuning in, I will summarize the lore. I'm in the land of Gridania, specifically known as the Shroud. It's the forest around which their capital city is. The forest is more alive than others. Enchanted, in fact, because it's got these entities known as the elementals who protect it. And have for eons. Ages past, the people of Gridania were able to forge a pact with the elementals that in exchange for keeping the balance, they would be allowed to live unfettered within the forest. So they have to actually be very considerate about how they live. They can't be wasteful. They can't just randomly hunt things. They can't just chop down trees. They do have people whose thing is bringing in wood, and carpentry is a major aspect of their trade. But that does come with a consideration of, like, needs and consequences. Now, if you are not bidden within the forest, it's a very real possibility that the conjurers of their people, their healers, will not help you. But these people are essentially blighted because they're Alamegan. Alamegans have had kind of a bad way of it for the last like 50 years, but it's somewhat self-induced. They basically about like 75 years ago went to war with Britannia because their king just wanted to expand into the area, like literally unprovoked. And the things they did during that war were so heinous to the Shroud that the elements have slapped a fucking blood price onto each and every member of, Alamigo. So, if you're Alamegan and you want to move here, you have to pay that blood price in some way, shape, or form before you can ever hope to actually live, like, safely within the Shroud. These people are just refugees from the currently occupied by the Garlean Empire Alamigo, and they wanted to just move here. But they were told they could not. And they're big, mad, super pissy about that. I'm personally kind of unmoved because, like, really moving somewhere as a refugee and expecting everybody to bend over backwards for you, kind of asinine. I know desperation gets you to bad places, but still. You wish to aid the Alamegans. You are possessed of a kind heart, adventurer. But I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant you your wish. This authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswood. All outsiders, be they babes at the breast or men grown, are judged of a night whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Alamegan petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive of the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. Yeah, like, if you go against the elementals, it will screw you the fuck over. Like, one kid was literally, like, excommunicated from, like, his own society because he helped a dude who he thought was trustworthy, and the dude was not. This kid was 12. That's how it's to be, then. The bloody hero might as well kill Galleon himself. Spit on the elementals and spit on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. And leave. I led my men to Quarry Mill hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell's Galleon can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I've no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison-purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd forever be in your debt. Now, of course, since this is New Game Plus, I can just fly and one-shot all of those things. Okay. Ah, you're back. Tell me you've got the 4 horns with you. You're a godsend, adventurer. Praise Ralgar, there's at least one man in this place who gives a damn. Now, we just need to find a way to prepare them. Wouldn't happen to know a man named Buskron, would you? Some comrade of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he's like to have the tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him and have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Faramund here. Godspeed. Meryl Fader. Ever a sight for sore eyes. How fares the adventuring? Rolling in the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt? You've got something to show me? Well, these look like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down for medicine, you say. Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I am no stranger to the remedy. An Alamegan friend once used it to treat my festering wound years and years ago. Safe to say, he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamegan soldier in Cormel? So it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor sod as needs it. Oh, and don't worry your little head about payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. Heckin' Buscaroony. Shall we go? It is well to see you returned. Have you the medicine for our brother? Gods bless you, adventurer. I'll see that Galleon receives treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. Adventurer, Galleon has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with these wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition's like to deteriorate to where it was before, or worse. We need you to help us find him, and quickly. Start by asking Albreda. Might be as a woman needs something, or seen something. Ah, finally, it's about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave a quarry mill some time ago, and he left me this sealed letter before he went off, made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be the burden any longer. That's why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. Just find your way safely to Little Alamigo. Oh, blast it. Would that I had known what he was thinking, I'd have stopped this folly myself. The love Galleon bears for his brother is so strong he's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in his weakened state is suicide. Out in the wilds, alone, that fool, that great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the wood for Galleon. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. Watch out, a goblin. Bam! I used a gecko on him. Galleon! Captain, but why? You should all be on your way. Who do you take this for? We're Alamegans, and Alamegans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oaths we swore, gods damn it. The oath to reclaim our homeland will set foot on Alamegan soil again, together, or not at all. Do you remember, do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing you'll wish we didn't find you. I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I will see you back at Quarry Mill. You know, maybe he wouldn't have such a wound if they actually wore shirts. Or some padding. Or something. Wearing basically string across the torso, it's hope-coated. Galleon's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take to the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask for me of me anything, and it's yours so long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of people of Little Alamigo. That's all. Far be it from me to question your desires, of course. Very well. I'll provide you with a letter to show to Gundebald. That old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid you. Yeah, the early story is kind of annoyingly roundabout about things. Like, make no mistake, I'm in like a mini arc here right now, and this was a whole like side tangent for the story. Where am I going again? Little Alasmito. Why have you returned? You are not welcome here. I thought I made it clear. You spoke with Mefred. It's been so long since I last heard from him, I had feared him dead. I'll be praised. Whoever you are, Meffred sees you as a friend, and any friend of Meffred is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek, and will tell you what I can. Was that so hard? Gundobald is willing to share with you what he knows of the masked stranger. An outsider resembling your masked stranger has reportedly been reappearing near Little Alamigo of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about their trysts, but they are not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obliged to talk. Hey, bitch. Masked man, no idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. Gundobald sent you. Listen, I told them it was a bad idea. All that tripe about believing the masked man, and you don't know anything about this. Why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect me to not to think I'm in for it. What, have I been meeting, what? Have I been meeting any masked men lately? Let's see. Nope, can't say that I have, but I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for him. A bunch being skulking about right suspicious-like, but I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it. And that there is trouble, mark me words. So you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man that is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside them, I can see it in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, that same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Alamigo. Naught would do but to depose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got our revolution, all right, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Alamigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. That was such a time. Though the young ones know this not. Unless we intervene, they are like to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. Friend thing. Hey, Venturer, you done talking with the old bear? I've got a message for you from Wilred. That's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gundobald and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the craggy area north of here. I'm also not the biggest fan of Little Alamigo purely because of how annoying it is to navigate. Tis no ordinary, thanks for coming, friend. Tis no ordinary outsider who gained the trust of that old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you to discuss something. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you, or someone else? Coral got your tongue? Pfft, no matter. Whoever it is you work for, your meddling ends here. Get him. You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it, we'll reclaim our homeland. There you are. Attacked by Wilred and his cronies. That they would go to such lengths for the sake of this plan of theirs. Left to their own devices, young fools that like to harm others. Not for themselves, if not themselves, we must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. Hey Chonka! How goes? Wilred mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gundabald, Bertliana, God's preserve, what happened? Just started streaming about 30-ish minutes ago. Yo, doing okay. I was out foraging when the corpse brigade came. They took me to their hideout and they... The whole time, they laughed at me. They said that I suffer because I cling to hope. Is it wrong to dream of home? Is it wrong to call ourselves Alamegans? Do not heed their such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time, but tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wilred? He saw me outside. He was so angry. I must tend to Bertliana. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear that they may do something rash. As you do, they are just leaving their shit around. Hunting knife. Riled bitch tits. What those animals did to Bertliana is unforgivable, and to think they look down on us. Well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. I'm with Wilred to the bitter end. I'm not afraid of a few lizards. Riled youth. This plan succeeds, we'll have the power to lay the Empire low. Should change the world for the better. Might be as Gundabald's content to eke out an existence in this musty old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Now, where in the seven hells did I put that bloody map? Mighty Ralgar, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of your people. Here to interfere again? Well, you're too late. Our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for their crimes, and no one will dare oppress us ever again. Yeah, Alamegans worship Ralgar, the god of destruction. Which is kind of fucked up, but at the same time, destruction is often like a thing worshipped in various cultures, and in this case, He's worshipped because once upon a time, a meteorite was going to basically obliterate, Alamigo. And they have a legend that claims that Ralgar basically just, like, punched it out of thin air and utterly destroyed it. Gone. The whole lot of them? Then it is as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own hands. But what exactly is it that they mean to do? What's this? A hunting knife. And a map of Zanrak. Wait. You said Wilred spoke of crystals, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to... By the gods, this is rank madness. The young fools are untrained and unblooded, all. They have no notion of how dangerous the Amalja are. They'll all be butchered before they get within 100 yalms of the crystal. They are headed east. If we hurry, we may yet find them before it's too late. I'll meet you there. On my anachronistic Magitech armor. Anachronistic only because I shouldn't have it at this point in the story, but fuck it, I'm flying, and this is, in character, my character's favorite mount. Oh no, looks like you got mollywopped like a bitch. Wilred did no others survive. This is all wrong. Getting the crystals was supposed to be the start. We were going to reclaim our homeland. We... Pull yourself together, lad. We were just going to make an offering of crystals to Ralgar to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Zanrak and make off with the Lizardman's catch, but they caught us and so many dead. Gods forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your souls. Wood. I regret our young one's transgressions, but a soul is too high a price for youthful folly. For all their failings, they are the hope of the Alamigan people. This hope I will guard with my life. And me over here with, like, a clearly magical sword. Ninja! Ah, no. What the fuck? Your skill at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youths could learn much from a man like you. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Alamigo. Wait! We've come all this way! We have to get the crystals! They're right there, right for the picking. Have you learned nothing, Wilred? Did you not see those tempered wretches? Such is the fate for those who are touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No! No one said anything about... The masked man told us we would be able to defeat the Empire if we summoned Ralger. He swore. Enough. I will hear the rest of this sorry tale back in Little Alamigo. I dare say Merylfader will wish to hear it as well. Why isn't streamer mode on? One sec. Streamer mode. Enable. Here we go. What? Oh. Yeah. Sometimes streamer mode enables, sometimes it don't. App integration can be such a fucking crapshoot sometimes. No more lies, Wilred. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Ralger, about using crystals, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted so desperately to believe that we could raise ourselves from the squalor that I never stopped to question his motives. But I should have known. There's no solution, nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wilred. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Alamigo lives on within us all. It is for you to decide what to make of this legacy, but whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventurer, an outsider. I won't. I promise. Thank you for saving me, and sorry I tried to kill you. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you out there. Little Alamigo may not have much in the way of comfort, but you will always be welcome here. Would that we had more information to offer, but Wilred told you what you told you is the extent of our knowledge of the masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you'll find and put a swift end to the creature, for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. Report to Minfilarino. Man, I've got so much shit on me. Fuck it. I'm going to the estate hall. This is the FC house that I made with Zephanius on our server. I decorated it entirely myself. Where is it? There it is. Oh, fuck you, game. Fine. Okay, there we go. Access to... Ah! One sec while I shuffle characters to deal with allowances. Managing my bags is an eternal fucking constraint. I am honestly kind of horseshit at it. Also, that's my main, Stalehunter Bloluxen. In most cases, the names are fucking randomly generated. Actually, Stalehunter's is randomly generated. And like, while I've contemplated at times changing his name to be something I cultivated myself from the Roguedin language, it feels like it would be a sacrifice of his personality and, you know, his history to do that, so I won't. Briefly going to... Wait, no. No! This is my private house. I'm not going on a tour today because did not mean for me to do that. There we are. Sometimes forget that my FC has storage, so let's see. Rank, members, activity, actions, rank. Members, officer, actions, invitations, full access, members. Auxiliary. Hierarchy settings, view, deposit, 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 collapse. This is the track that plays during the Shiva fight from Eden. There's a couple Shiva fights in this game, but like the reason for it is more or less the first time is a main scenario quest line involving a woman who's basically purely delusional. The second time, it's a friend of yours adopting the memories of Shiva, who is a summoned goddess of light and ice, to introduce the element for balancing out the world of Norvrent. It makes sense in context. That's just like a lot of words that I just threw out there, but like the music slaps. I'll just leave it at that. Actually, since it's auxiliary, change height. I really need to do the submarine shit soon. Okay. Okay, now I can do that shit. Okay. No, I'm not putting that in there. I own that. Why do I have a Dead Hive Rapier? Do I even have Red Mage unlocked? I do have Red Mage unlocked. It's there purely to have a caster DPS for later in the story. God damn. Don't need. Sure. Thick kitty. Oh yeah. I haven't actually expanded his repertoire of NPCs much. Even though I could. Sell. Okay. I have space again. Do I even have Archer unlocked? I don't. But where was I? Now that I've got all that lovely, lovely space, I presume. Let's go to Lisa Lamasa. Always give myself a little bit of a mental flashbang because I have certain augmentations on a different client access of this game that could possibly get me a reprimand or worse from Twitch for it being flashed on screen. Let's just say it's a little bit worse than hips being visible. Though ironically, I'm pretty sure I have those augmentations set to have my main having like kind of stylish boxes right now. Okay, they haven't advanced much. Filarino. Welcome back, Barrelfader. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Alamigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habrea? Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say? Precisely the kind of deception the Asians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by a malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Minfilia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Mayhap we ought to rest before speaking further on the investigation. Minfilia has another lead for you to pursue. Currently keeping in touch with Dondadon, the second both the second season of Dondadon. Seventh Prince just wants to study magic, and I'm watching that one about the water mage. I'm also still following, Sword of the Demon Hunter. I also picked up Rory's Rock, and just recently acquired the newer episodes out of that. So I've been watching those. Or attending to the business. Yeah, Rory's Rock is actually pretty cozy. I didn't expect an anime about mineralogy to be as interesting as it is, but it's been fun so far. Yeah, I need to watch up to date on the Apothecary Diaries, second season, because I think it advances further than even like the manga has been translated for viewers here in the West. So that would be good. It can be a bit like difficult when you've just binge watched or binge read something to go and watch like something that's like either the manga version of it or the anime version of it, and like you're kind of just like retreading the stuff you went through, and then constantly being like, that was different in the manga or that was different in the anime, etc., etc. Let's see, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends the Selfs. An individual fitting La Habre's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the Selfsame area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue in your investigation where you left off. Well willing, we will pick up La Habre's trail once more. Neuraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray, speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Malvader. When last I left off with the manga, she'd... Actually, no, that would be straight up spoilers if you're not at that point. I don't think any of these characters have advanced any. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One. Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One in the Ashground Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Medred had an encounter with a scary Masked One. This Masked One is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One, Medred. Digging One is to be found at Falgord Float in the North Shroud. Yeah. She's brought on to be, a clerk or something? I can't quite remember, but basically, like, work like, an actual clerical job, which she actually has to have a license to do. Sometimes I wonder which is harder to find, a vein of gold or a good man, but I swear one day I will find the Motherlode. My fellows and I live one day at a time, using the proceeds of the morning's haul to buy the evening's tankard. It is an unpredictable way of life, but I would not exchange it for aught else. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I look death in the face. It's only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. Soothe. I waved my hands at him. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true, but that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman, one glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In an instant, I knew right away that the masked man was the minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. What? You're investigating this same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Medred's hysteria ever again. Alright, teamwork, that's what I wanted to... Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least I could do to repay him for comforting me. So, I've heard... I haven't watched... I think past either the first or second season, so I can't quite remember the general quality of the season past the first. The first season is good. The second season I heard, like, other people had constraints about it. I want to say the third season's coming out. Personally, I like the story, and it's one of the more enjoyable isekai of that subgenre, the whole, like, summoned hero sort of deal. Yeah. That is a main thing about it. The princess chick. It's not really a spoiler to say it because pretty much everybody has heard that drama. Like around the like same era that Goblin Slayer's first season came out, the first season of Shield Hero came out, and Shield Hero got such flack for the initial drama being that the main character is falsely accused of TOS violations. And, yes, you can canonically call her bitch for reasons. I won't get into them. But yeah, it's a genuinely good story in my opinion. Most of the gripes I hear from people mostly amount to, stop being a revenge isekai, or, why didn't he just do, like, the things I wanted him to do? It really just amounts to, like, things playing out differently than they were like hoping it to, to play out. But in general, it's actually a pretty decent series as far as like underdog heroes go. I genuinely like it. Yeah. I still need to catch up on it. It's just a matter of, like, there's a bunch of series that I'll say I genuinely like, but they kind of get backburnered while they, like, percolate. For instance, I've never watched the Alicization arc of Sword Art Online, which is, like, season 3. But I've seen the movie. I've seen the first 2 seasons. You know, I genuinely would say I like the series. So, yeah, that's my take. Man, I forgot how much this part of the early main story kind of drags. So, like, summary of what's going to happen. I'm going to be basically doing a bunch of wild goose chases until, like, a major thing happens. And I have to, like, dovetail into other stuff. You know, and then shit blows up. And then, more, like, plot cul-de-sacing until, like, it all comes to a head. That's the ARR story. It's not a bad story. It is a good story, in my opinion, as far as, like, an early story of, like, a story about, like, a hero's rise. But the problem is that when you're going through it as, like, a fucking jacked leveled character of level 81 and you can just mow through things, it starts to feel a little annoying. So I'm, like, a little bit tempted, despite it being only an hour in, to switch games. Because I kind of want to play The Sims 4. Fuck it. One sec. Sims 4. Drop. Update. Let me just... Okay, yeah. Why does that still say Helldivers? I'm so fucking mad. Twitch, why you be like this? Sims 4. The Sims 4. Okay, that is properly all changed. I can change over games. Yeah, fucking this game being frustratingly annoying as hell sometimes, or this fucking OBS, I mean. Start up, damn it. Okay, fine. I will go directly. game is being annoying and not wanting to start. I'm going to give it a moment. Why is The Sims 4 being difficult? It's never one of the difficult ones. Okay. Oh my god. It isn't one thing, it's another. Okay. Try that again. This is what you get when you fucking have like 1,000,001 fucking launchers for everything. I kind of honestly despise how every fucking company needs their own damn launcher for their fucking games. Just put it onto the Steam store. Epic if you fucking must. GOG is also an acceptable choice. Eat ass if you want to have your own stupid ass fucking launcher. Ubisoft's launcher is by far the worst, but like, make no mistake, the EA launcher is just not particularly good. Come on. Fine, I won't. I'll play something else if I must. Because I'm not restarting the whole ass stream. Guess it's going to be... Fuck. Whatever. I'm just gonna not have a thumbnail for that. I have a fucking picture for my Dune Awakening playthroughs, but they're for cooperative play with Bo. God damn it. So I pretty clearly need to restart my computer because there's a lot of things that just don't want to fucking work. Fuck it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is bringing me out of it mad fucking hard because like I'm trying to get certain shit to work and my computer clearly needs a fucking restart. So with that, I'm probably going to just end the stream there. I apologize. Whatever. I hope you all have a good rest of the day. I will see you later. I'll see you later at anime night, Shanka.